Hello, Daniel here, and I will be showing you a tutorial on how to make a Bukkit plugin. So, in this episode, we'll just be setting up and just doing the basic things for the plugin, and in the next episode, we'll get to the fun stuff. So, first of all, you need to download Eclipse. So, go to eclipse.org/downloads. There, it shows you downloads for Eclipse, and for me, it would be Mac OS X 64-bit, and click download. So I'm not going to download it again because I already have it, and I've had a bit of trouble unzipping it because my computer was being stupid. So after that, go to dl.bukkit.org/downloads/bukkit and download the latest version. I prefer the latest versions because recommended builds are still 1.6.4, and that's not very good because Bukkit might have updated a bit since then. So download the latest version. Development builds. Download to wherever you want, such as downloads. I already have one, I'm going to replace it. So we've got that done, and you boot up Eclipse from what you've just downloaded, and wait for it. This. It comes up to this. So just select the workspace you want to use. It's just a new folder where Eclipse stores all of its files. I already have one. It's pretty big as well. And click OK. So from there, you won't have those. These are just my personal projects. Go to File, New, Java Project. So this creates a blank Java project, and you just call it. I'll call mine YouTube. You call it whatever you want your plugin to be named, and everything else you don't need to touch. It's just stuff that you don't need right now. So there it is right there, YouTube. Right-click it, go to New, go to Package. Name your package me dot your name. For me, it's Danielafe dot your plugin name. So here I would put YouTube. Finish. Right-click that. Right-click the thing you just created. Me.danielafe.youtube. Go to New, Class. Name it your plugin name. So for me, it'd be YouTube. You don't need anything else. Now it should show up to something like this, which is basically a blank Java file. So from here, YouTube is a plugin, so we have to make it extend the plugin. Extends Java plugin. It's going to be highlighted red, but all we have to do to fix it is hover over it and oh, hold on. Got a bit of ahead of myself. First of all, you have to right-click your plugin again. Right-click YouTube. Go to Properties or Control-I. Go to Java Build Path. It's over here. And go to Libraries. I already have it open. And add external jars. And navigate to wherever you save your Bukkit file. Bukkit.jar. That'll be here for me. So you should have something like this over here. Okay. Now, get extends Java plugin, and when you hover over it, it will say import Java plugin. Click that, and that would import org.bukkit.plugin.java plugin. Basically, makes your class a Java plugin with the extra stuff that you choose to add to it. Now you need to write two methods. One of them is public void on enable, which is what happens when the plugin is enabled. Another one called public void on disable happens when the plugin is disabled. Easy. We need to get a logger now, something to outprint information to the terminal in the Bukkit, to the Bukkit terminal basically. So logger equals equals logger dot dot get logger and quotes Minecraft. Finish all of your lines with semicolons, except those that open with curly brackets. Then we also need a plugin description file. So plugin description file pd file equals this dot get description. There. You might need to import that. So there. You have this, that, and that. If anything is highlighted red, importing it probably fix it, and like just importing it is just hovering over it and clicking import, or clicking on the highlighted part and pressing Command-Shift-M. So on enable, we want our plugin to tell the user that it has been enabled. So logger dot info, and then we're going to get the name of our plugin, pd file dot get name plus quotes version, and then we're going to get a version of our plugin. So pd file dot get version plus quote space enabled. Enabled. Basically take this and copy it into on disable and just replace enabled with disabled. So we've done with the actual code for this episode. Now we need to make a plugin.yml file, which is a file that that describes the plugin, and it's required for every single plugin to be read by the Bukkit server. So right click YouTube, your folder, click new, and go to file, just file. Name it plugin.yml. Finish. Now, plugin.yml has several things. Let me just the name, write name, colon, and put a space before you write your plugin's name. So the name for me would be YouTube. Next line, write main, which is the main class of your plugin. And this is the main class, and it's located in, right after the word package, me.vanillafay.youtube. Take that, copy it, put it in there. After space, of course. You always need a space after the colon. Bukkit's picky. So, and then put another dot. Take the name of your class right after the word public class. Copy that. Paste it into there. So it should be this. Main me.vanillafay.youtube.youtube. Then version colon space. For us it'd be 1.0. And description colon space. My description goes here. We're done with the plugin.yml. And what you want to do now is right click YouTube one last time, or whatever your plugin's called. Click refresh just to make sure, and click export. Go to Java and click jar file. Just jar file, not runnable. Browse to wherever you want it to be exported. In my case, I would get to my Bukkit server and go into the plugins folder and name it youtube.jar. I already have an old one, but I'm going to override it. And make sure that plugin.yml is selected on here. and click Finish. Yes. So that would export the plugin, and it should be ready for testing. So let me just get to my Bukkit server over here. Clips workspace, exports, Bukkit server, start.command. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. So if you can see here, it says YouTube version 1.0 enabled. And when you shut it down, it would say YouTube version 1.0 disabled. So that would be it for today, and we'll continue next time.